Pick a crystal to reveal what it is you need to nurture in order for your manifestations to come into reality. Hi, my name's Kelsey. I'm an intuitive guide. And today, like I said, we are on the heels of eclipse energy, chaotic, a lot of energy floating around here, a lot of shifts. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to our center, we're going to tap into our bodies, and we're going to reveal what needs to be nurtured in order for you to feel safe and secure and able to bring in what it is you want. So without further ado, take a deep breath. We're going to get grounded. Keep in mind this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And when you feel ready, we have two choices here. We have pile number 1, which is the rose quartz tower, and then we have pile number 2, which is moss agate tower. You know which one. Take a moment and we'll start with pile number 1, rose quartz. Alrighty, if you picked the rose quartz, this is your message of what needs to be nurtured in order for your manifestations to come through. Okay, abundance. Okay, so the money you already have, the abundance that's around you, that's what needs to be nurtured. So being a thoughtful steward for the money you already have is the secret to creating more abundance. When you trust yourself to handle more, that's when more shows up. So this is what needs to be nurtured. It's the riches, the abundance that you already have. It needs to not only be, not only be grateful for it, but also to nurture it in a way that makes sense to you. Everyone spends money in a different way. Everyone has different values. No one should pass judgment on how you spend money, except for yourself, because you're ultimately going to make the decisions that make sense for you. But the point is to spend your money in a way that makes sense, and being a thoughtful steward and thinking about how you can make your dollar stretch further, right? How you can bring in more, how you can make your money work for you, right? So some of you may want to think about investments, right? Some of you may want to just put food on the table, right? It just depends where you're coming from. But trusting yourself with the abundance and the money that you already have is going to help you bring in more of it. Trusting yourself to spend it in a way that makes sense to you. And I think that's what matters, is that abundance is your birthright, and it's about taking care of what you already do have and being grateful for it, and then welcoming more when it comes in. So if this makes sense, if this resonates, leave me a $sign in the comments, okay? Pile number 2, you picked the moss agate. This is what needs to be nurtured in your life in order for our manifestations to come into reality. Let's see what it is. Okay. So your self-worth. It needs to be elevated, okay? You get what you believe you deserve. It's time to raise your standards. So what needs to be nurtured here is how you think about yourself, your self-worth. I think a lot of us tend to struggle. We're our biggest critics, right? And I think if we were to talk to others the way we talk to ourselves, it would be absolutely shocking, right? And it's a very human thing. But this is your reminder that you have to believe that you are worthy of what it is you want to bring into your life, no matter what it is. You have to believe it can happen, number 1. And number 2, you also have to believe that you deserve it. You deserve success. You deserve abundance. You deserve notoriety. You deserve that degree. You deserve peace, calm, healing, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. You get what you believe you deserve. So it's time to raise your standards, right? So this is about radical self-acceptance. It's also about repairing how you speak to yourself, your inner dialogue. And I think we all can relate to that, right? Being hard on yourself. It's about setting boundaries with others. And it's also about not equating your worth with your success, right? Because you are worthy just because you exist and you are who you are. I love that. So if this resonates, leave me a heart in the comments, okay? To represent self-worth and that elevation of self-worth. So if this reading resonated and you want to book a one-to-one session with me, this is where you can find me. Also, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my friend Heather Schultz of Shadow and Shine and I host our podcast called Tarot Tales. We go live, we talk about astrology, we give collective readings, we talk about our spiritual experiences, and we're super interactive with our audience. So we film, like I said, every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TubeU. Join us live there, or you can catch the audio version, which goes out every Friday to all streaming platforms for podcasts, okay? And this week we're talking about manifestation and how to manifest more effectively, okay? And if you're seeing this video on Wednesday, March the 4th, that's our episode today, so you should come over and join us. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.